welcome to Path of fucking Neo.
Dwibs, are you stuck in a bottle again? White boxes levitates.
Basically, audience, due to a glitch in the Matrix, I have been shrunken and stuck in this bottle for all eternity.
Well, Dwibs,
so I'm going to have to record the rest of the part like this.
Get some malware antivirals. Oh,
no, I meant,
nice of the Merovingian to open the door for us.
The machine shrunk me, so I'm stuck in here. Please send help.
Yeah, get some beam particles or something.
What do you need me to do? Go onto Mega Man Battle Network, send in Hub to help save you from being deleted?
Battleship insert, download, whatever it is.
I thought that anime was alright.
Wait, are these...
There was some cheesy stuff, like when the dog starts using bone nunchucks for some reason. But overall, I liked it. But
I haven't seen Star Force, though. Yes,
me neither.
I like Star Force.
I got a lot of Dwibs how as soon as you touch the columns, they, disintegrated immediately, and the frame rate takes a dump. Like,
Tio, he's the one.
So, Dwibs and Tio, you guys don't like Star Force?
I haven't. No, I
haven't seen it.
Same. I actually don't. I barely know anything about it.
See, guys,
maybe a bit of a premise.
Contrary to what Tio and Paige or what have you believe about me, if I don't see something, I can't really judge it.
Anyway, when it comes to other Star...
Like, Jova, is it like a sequel to the Battle Network?
Oh, yes, continuity-wise.
Everything seems to be a sequel to something in that series.
Okay,
well,
allow me...
that's the thing, Mega Man franchise has different continuities. Go ahead, Jova.
Allow me to explain. Star Force is, chronologically, a sequel to Battle Network, to the point where, okay, basically... in the world of Star Force, people have stopped using navis, really this much. And, basically navis are, if there are any navis left, they're either old and rusted or, they're being used strictly on the net, never really in PETs because everything's become advanced. See, it turns out now there's all these space and sub-programs who are all around us in the real world. And the only way to see them is with special vision, like glasses and whatnot.
Oh, it's similar to the Yokai Watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of. So basically, yeah, it's a continuation of Battle Network. I mean, there's even, like, a few crossovers between Battle Network and Star Force, which are, of course, time-traveling ventures.
Of course.
But
well, you have to understand also, Dwibs, that after the Mega Man Zero games, the continuity of the Mega Man franchise, as it were, because up until the point all the main Mega Man series were in continuity with each other, but after the Mega Man Zero games, the continuity was not of a clusterfuck, but, without an exit, proper exit way. So they just decided to end it there because the far future had Legends. So
well, that's the thing.
And decided to do. Well, yeah, I know Legends 3 and everything, but in terms of creating a new series, it just decided to end it there and having a new fresh start with Battle Network.
And then the confusing thing came because later in X5 or X6, they actually made a special ending for Zero that connected him to the Zero in Mega Man Zero.
That's weird.
Which really kind of weirds me out. Basically, the overall continuity line is like this. Classic Mega Man, then Mega Man X, then Zero, then ZX, and then Legends.
Yeah, on the other separate case, Battle Network, and then Star Force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got a question, actually, guys.
Go ahead,
Dwibs. Is it just me, but of all the playthroughs I've done for the channel so far, the shorter games have longer parts than the longer games have shorter parts?
It's probably a coincidence, Dwibs. It depends on the pace and the nature of the game itself.
Also, it depends on how you're consolidating parts, like,
Also, this room has boiling pots. Are we in Asterix Village now?
Is this supposed to be a witch's coven or something?
Give me a second.
That's a cage. Wait, who's that?
Yes. Someone. I have no idea what I'm trying to do.
The Merovingian has this BDSM dungeon, but I don't really understand.
Why does his wife find him boring again?
I don't know. Well, he never had.
Don't you see, Jova? She's Monica. She doesn't like that French fry. She needs a real man in her life. Like me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because she needs either an Italian or her actual husband, who's British, I think.
Vincent
Hey,
Cassel, I think she divorced from him.
Hey, don't worry, Tio. In Inspector, she had that assassin who Daniel Craig killed in like the first act of the movie.
Oh, hey, she did something. That woman.
Joe.
But if I remember correctly, doesn't she have a house over here anyway now? So she might be...
Don't remember right now.
Let me...
Besides, she starts really being very old even for my standards.
Well, hey, hopefully she won't turn out as old as she was when she was the Phrygian queen in Brothers Grimm before using that youth potion.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be fair. This the effects there were far uglier.
Yeah, here we go. Right here in... Let me...
Oh, that's normal.
There you go. That's where she... There you go, Teo. My country owns her now.
Wait, what?
You... How dare you? First you stole our pizza, now this.
Wait,
Pedro,
Portugal... Wait, Portugal took the pizza torch from Italy?
No, it's because, basically, Joe, but there's a world contest. I think it's like every 3 years or whatever it is. Which country has the best pizza.
Oh, snap.
And in the last one, Portugal beat Italy in the finals, and now we're officially the country that has the world's best pizza.
Ooh.
I feel so.
You know what this reminds me?
I'm guessing Italy had one every time until that one.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Yes, Dwibs.
You know, a celebrity moves from one SCWRM country to another. It reminds me of when Matt LeBlanc did the same thing. He moved here to the UK from the US.
He was Canadian, wasn't he?
Well, he's doing Top Gear.
Oh, well, I guess his career went after doing Lost in Space.
I love how those enemies double back every time you kick them as if you kick them.
It's interesting that it's to the point where he moves to the UK to I think he was in a he was in a sitcom recently. It was a few years ago, where basically these two British sitcom writers decide, you know, one of their shows is going to get exported to the US, but they have to put up with Matt LeBlanc as the main actor who's playing himself.
Oh, goody!
And it's weird. It's an interesting sitcom that has its outdoor stuff filmed in Los Angeles, but it's indoor stuff filmed here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because Los Angeles and the UK are very similar in climate, aren't
Why even
Totally.
bother, really? Like, what? Can you just not get, like, good filming time for the UK or something?
I don't know. I mean, it's like that with British TV. I mean, you have Cardiff disguised as London, or I mean, there was this I haven't seen it, but apparently there was this show where it's set in New York, but they use Glasgow and disguise that as New York.
Like, seriously. Of all the films that's actually managed to use London, it was The Avengers. And I'm talking about the British Avengers with Sean Connery in a teddy bear suit. No, folks, I'm not making that up.
Well, they evacuated the city for that, so...
Like, seriously, though, I mean, like, was that movie that bad that they had to evacuate the city just to save up on psychiatrical bills?
No, it was to protect themselves from angry Avengers fanboys.
Dwibs, to be fair, the Avengers weren't really a thing in movies at the time, so, I think they'd have been fine.
They knew people would be they knew fans of the TV show would be angry at the movie, so they had the whole of London evacuated.
But wouldn't that have only worked future-wise, though? Because they only evacuated it during the filming of the movie. Doesn't this mean that angry Avengers fanboys would come then years later?
Oh, the director's career pretty much died after that, so he fell into obscurity where he was safe.
Oh. Is that the same thing that happened to the director behind Ride to Hell Retribution, who was also British?
Probably. I'm not quite sure.
To be fair, drove Right to Hell Retribution and such a trouble developing cycle that I think whoever came up with the original idea didn't work on the game after.
Well, that's the
That's
thing,
actually-
Tio. It
that's actually one
was
thing I was wondering.
the actual product was exported and made by a British company, though. That's
I
what I'm
haven't,
talking
again,
about.
it's like I said, I haven't seen that sitcom I mentioned earlier, but I'm wondering if that's like some sort of meta commentary on The Office and how that was a British show exported to the US.
No. See, metacomedy would be something like, what The Office did when it had the protagonist from the British Office actually guest starring when he was trying to apply for Michael Scott's job.
Well, I've seen a bit of UK Office, but I haven't seen US Office.
It's pretty good and funny. Season 8 is questionable. Okay, see, what saves it from being like How I Met Your Mother is that it definitely redeems any shortcomings the series had in later seasons with the finale episode. Like, it's really that good.
What, did they get Steve Carell or Ricky Gervais in there or something?
Yeah. Steve Carell actually gets to show up for the finale, despite the fact that his character kind of left a few episodes before the end of season 7.
Huh.
Yeah, that was one decision that I kind of agree was boneheaded, continuing the series even past Steve Carell's involvement.
Didn't he leave of his own free will though?
He kind of left because he was starting to develop a movie career, more so.
Who, Steve Carell?
Yeah,
Ah.
He did
Well,
also
Ricky
leave.
Gervais has done that as well.
Yeah, he did also leave because of his own volition here and there, but that was part of the issue.
It's crazy. All these circumstances sounds really.
Really,
Someone leaves to have a movie career, and that causes the rest of the series to suffer as a result. But as a redemptive final season.
Yeah, the issue with that is like, well, yeah, there were technically 3 main characters, Michael Scott, Jim, and Pam. I guess we can also count Dwight by the end. It's just like, well, the thing is that Jim and Pam's whole spiel was like, well, it was a whole will they or won't they thing, and, by season 6...
Oh my god, it's The Undertaker.
Oh my...
Oh,
For real?
It looks like him.
I was about to wonder if they actually got a guest starring of him.
I also ask you, Joe, but have you seen UK Office?
No, I haven't yet.
Well, that could be a BritPix thing since it's a British show.
Yeah, potentially.
Thanks, Randall.
Okay, so the Merovingian... I'm sorry, wasn't it supposed to be the Merovingian's wife who was all about pleasure? What was the Merovingian's whole...
Again, the Merovingian is this weird vampire cult.
Maybe he built all this just to keep his wife happy.
It's one of the elements of the magic that's especially not explained, and you don't understand what the fuck is up with it.
Oh yeah, I forget. What's his wife?
He just did all this so that and then he wouldn't have to come down here himself.
Well, knowing how his wife will cheat on him if she's bored, yeah, I can sadly see that being the case.
Right,
Also, these enemies are so stupid when they jump on the electrocuted platforms.
Also, I forget, was the Merovingian's wife an actual person or was she a computer program?
Computer program.
I don't know. Again, even though Monica Bellucci isn't the best actress, she's still a better actress or actor in general.
She's so perfect, she cannot be an actual human being.
But hey, but she's still better than half the actual humans.
I know that.
What the hell just happened?
You know,
I know. That's why she traded Italy for Portugal.
Tio, I believe the game just pulled a Prince of Persia Warrior Within because it literally looked like we were reversing time there.
Not just that, the glitching also.
Don't feel bad, Tim. A lot of foreign retired people like to come here because we have we're a great tourist country, basically.
Beaches. Though most people don't they mostly go like Algarve or somewhere.
Yeah, it's always that because we're a really good country in the summer. And
Start to wonder, Pedro.
I get the feeling what they say to themselves before they move to Portugal is that bit Cortex says during the bad ending of Crash 3. Nice
what
big
the fuck
beach,
just
nice
happened?
big
Let me
drink,
guess,
with nice
Asians?
big bags of ice.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
it's
what is it?
What? Dracula?
B&M lesbian. I don't know.
Hi, lesbian.
Dwibs, stop micro-assaulting lesbians.
Anyway, so yeah, as
I mean, he's a macro-aggressing Shiroy, I'm sorry.
so I have to
Microaggression, hit him.
so I
Gotcha.
have to wonder, Pedro, how would you react if Laura Bailey retired over in Portugal?
That would be nice, yes.
The job we will not hear actually anymore from indirectly. More like we will read on newspaper news about stalking, several stalking.
Oh god.
Portuguese man gets arrested for stalking.
Says that it was always meant to be between him and Laura Bailey in a voice recording studio, nonetheless.
Yeah.
And then later on in the next newspapers you'll get Portuguese man commits suicide with a note saying if I can't be with her, what's the point of living?
Yeah.
Later,
Husband of Bailey not impressed.
later reports showed that his wife Vanessa was later seen kicking Laura Bailey to death out of vengeance.
Even though it was her late husband's fault for doing it.
Oh, trust me,
Also, these
Dwibs.
bosses are annoying.
Trust me, Dwibs. Married spouses can be incredibly jealous.
I can't believe we're linking Pedro and Laura Bailey. Something about like a freaking soap opera storyline.
Don't worry,
Again,
don't worry, Joe. Sorry.
God.
Don't worry, Joe. But Vanessa's not jealous. She herself also has her actor crushes.
You know, I just
Oh,
realized,
no.
guys, we came up with the perfect plot for a soap opera that would probably be more entertaining than most of our country's soap operas.
And certainly better in this game.
In fact, that's
That
what we
too.
should do. That's what we should do. We should make a show about that. I mean, hell.
So, oh right, the last door. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, hell, the actual voice actors themselves have got a good show, but I haven't seen it. But apparently they got a good show going with Critical Role, so why can't we do the same?
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Anyway,
Let's see what's behind
join
the
us-
last door.
Yeah, join us for the next part, and we find out what's behind the last door, as well as giving you our sneak peek at the pilot of our upcoming sitcom show. It'll be a blast.
All
Yeah.
right, see everybody.
So yeah.
See ya.